Hello Canada, I'm Romana Didulo. I am the founder and leader of Canada First. Today, I'm going to answer one of the questions from one of our citizens who asked, Romana, can you please speak on your intentions with regards to the United Nations, International Criminal Court, World Health Organizations, and NATO, and also on our foreign aid programs. First, thank you for the question. My answer is that as Prime Minister of Canada from day one, I will be sending an official letter to these organizations, informing them of Canada's intention to withdraw our membership, effective immediately. My reason for doing so is purely economic. Many of you may not know that these organizations, for example NATO, takes 2% of our total GDP on a yearly basis as a fee that we contribute year in, year out to NATO. The same with the United Nations. United Nations uses a complicated formula, and using our GDP, they take a percentage or a certain percentage of our GDP as our contribution to United Nations. So you can imagine the amount of money that's coming out of Canada year in, year out, going to these organizations. Next, in terms of our foreign aid programs, I will also send letters to the organizations that the Government of Canada has been or have been funding, informing them that we are withdrawing our support because Canada simply cannot afford to send billions and billions of dollars to any organizations or foreign countries to help their domestic activities, to help their citizens. While our own citizens here in Canada, we have millions and millions of unemployed Canadians and millions more underemployed Canadians. On top of that, we have thousands of Canadians who are homeless. Not to mention, we have thousands upon thousands across the country who are suffering from fentanyl addiction and other hard drugs addictions. All of these need money. And so we simply cannot afford to send billions of dollars overseas. And for new Canadians, and also not so new Canadians, you may or may not be aware that for the last 3 decades, our Indigenous peoples have been tremendously neglected by the previous and current government. Our Indigenous peoples have been living and continue to live in third world condition. Many without drinking water, clean drinking water for the last 3 decades. So you see, this hypocrisy I will put an end as soon as I am sworn in as Prime Minister of this country. We have to take care of our own people before we can take care of others. Thank you for the question.